Hi, I'm Lorie Fangio with Around the Table, and I'm a food blogger and chef instructor. And today I'm in the kitchen showing you how to make a family-sized chicken pot pie. It's going to be scrumptious and satisfying. Okay, so I'm in the kitchen to make the family-sized chicken pot pie, and I want to tell you what I've already done. I started by putting about 3 tablespoons of butter in my saucepan and I melted it. And then I added about 3 tablespoons of flour to create a roux, and this is what's going to give our sauce its thickening agent. And we go ahead and we cook that for just a few minutes. I've added some salt and some pepper, and we want to just cook it a little while to get the raw flour taste off of it. And then what I've done is I've added my chicken stock, and I added about 1.5 cups of chicken stock that had already been warm. That lets it go in the sauce very easily and helps it to start to thicken. And now I'm going to add the rest of my liquid, and it's milk. And you can use skim milk, whole milk, fat-free half and half, whatever you like. But I'm just going to go ahead and stir this in, and my heat is on about low to medium, and it's amazing that flour is just going to absolutely thicken all that liquid up. I want to go ahead and add some seasonings in, and what I'm adding right now is some grated onion. And I like to use grated onion in this dish because I like there to be onion flavor, but I don't want chunks of onion in my chicken pot pie. So I'm adding that in, and all you do is just use a cheese grater to grate that. And then I'm going to add some ground sage, and I just like sage, and you can see quite a bit of sage. I like sage with chicken dishes, and especially creamy chicken dishes. I don't know, it just kind of reminds me of Thanksgiving or something. So that's all I'm going to do, and I'm just going to let this kind of cook and thicken up, and it's amazing just how fast that happens. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of my ingredients. And so what I have is some vegetables that I've steamed, and these are already cooled. I have 1 potato that I've cubed. I have about 1 cup of carrots, and I have some celery. And I just put those in a pot and I steamed them in advance because I don't want them to be hard, and this dish is not going to cook long enough to really tenderize the vegetables. So I've just cooked them in advance by steaming. Now with my corn, I want my corn and my peas to be really tender crisp, so I didn't cook them in advance. I'm just going to add them now. And I like to use frozen corn and frozen peas. I think, you know, they're just a little more crisp in the dish, and they're such a beautiful color, and they're right out of the field, so that's how I like to do it. You could always use canned though if you want to. And then I have chicken that's also been cooked and cut into cubes, and I'm just going to add that right in. And this is the filling for our chicken pot pie. So my sauce is thickened and it's heated all the way through, and what I've done is I've just poured it into my dish that already has a crust in it. So I've got the bottom layer of crust, and now I'm going to add the top layer of crust. And I like to just use prepared crust, and even though my dish is square, the round ones work just fine. I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm just actually going to lay it right on top and just kind of mash it around so that the bottom layer of crust and the top layer of crust come together. Okay, so that's it. I've got my top crust on, and now I'm just going to go ahead and prick the top with a fork, and what this is going to do is let the steam rise, and I'm going to put this in the oven in 400 degrees and cook it until it's nice and brown, about 25 minutes. When the chicken pot pie comes out of the oven, you won't have to call anyone to dinner because it's going to look and smell amazing. And once again, I'm Lorie Fangio, and we've been in the kitchen making a family-sized chicken pot pie. Take some time to get your family around the dinner table. You'll be glad you did.